Hi everyone, my name is Matthias. In today's video we're gonna talk about bar chords, and I will share you my Pro 3 tips which gonna help you to learn the bar chords faster and less painful. So let's start with the first one. I think you should learn the bar chords step by step, like everything else. So you should start with a small bar chord. So in this case you have to bar only 2 strings, and it's easier than if you have to bar 3 or 4, 5, 6 strings. So this is why I think the small bar chord, which sounds like this, could be the first step. Okay, how you should practice this? This is the second pro tip. So the pressure on the guitar fretboard is not that higher. So you should practice every kinds of bar chords higher on the guitar fretboard, because it will be easier to press the strings. For the second tip, I also recommend to pick each strings one by one. This is how you will hear if there is a buzz anywhere. For example, if you practice the chords like this together, maybe you won't hear that it's not perfect. But if you pick each strings one by one, you're gonna hear that you don't play the bar correctly. This was the second tip. And the third tip, the next step after you learn the small bar, is start with a minor bar chord from the A string. So this is an E minor bar chord, and this is the next step, I think, because in this case you have to bar only 2 strings, but the shape gonna be a normal bar chord shape. So in this case I have to bar 2 strings, so the A string and the high E string. How we should practice this? The same way how we did it with the small bar chord. So for example, let's play an E minor bar chord. Pick the notes one by one, and after maybe you should try a D minor bar chord. After, try a C minor bar chord. It's gonna be a little bit harder because you are getting closer to the end of the guitar's neck, where the pressure gonna be harder. So you should practice everything, not just the bar chord, one step by step. I think the next thing what you should practice, which is an extra tip, is a major bar chord from the low E string. And the reason why I'm saying this is that the shape gonna be the same as the minor bar chord from the A string, but in this case we're gonna add one more string in a bar. So now I have to bar the low E string, the B string, and the high E string. So step by step. So now we added one more string in a bar. Practice this area on the guitar and going down to the end of the fretboard. The pressure gonna be harder. After you learn the major bar chord from the low E string, the next and the final, the hardest bar chord, I think, is a minor bar chord from the low E string, because in this case you have to bar 4 strings. So the low E string, the G string, the B string, and the high E string. So okay, this was my 3+1 pro tips for today. If you still have any kinds of questions about the bar chords, just leave a comment below and let's talk about that. And if you enjoyed the video, please share with your friends because it helps the channel so much. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.